رمضان يا رمضان يا نفحة الرحمن، رمضان يا رمضان شهر جود وغفران، رمضان يا رمضان يا نفحة الرحمن، رمضان يا رمضان شهر جود وغفران. كل عام يأتي زائر ليته دوما يطول، دائما يحمي البشائر كلنا يرجو القبول. أنت فيك الخير ضعفا، فيك تحقيق الأماني، نسأل المولى قبولا يا إلهي يا رجائي. رمضان
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Did you know that Pathway to Jannah has been dishing out values for over 15 years? I am Mariam Thoban and this is your most sought after Ramadan show, Pathway to Jannah, from Ames Media Company Limited. Now, you know that for 15 years and counting, Allahu Akbar, we have been dishing out values to you. We've been giving you back-to-back packages and segments that are highly inspiring, highly impactful, educative, among several other adjectives that you can use to qualify this show. So this is my favorite show this Ramadan and beyond Ramadan, because we also have programs outside of Ramadan. So just before we go into our segments for the day, I need you to pay attention, especially to the Quran recitation. You know we write the meanings there for you so you can follow and reflect on it. Just before we dive in, I have to remind you of our activity for you. But thank you to all of you that have been sending your pictures, your images, with your family especially. We appreciate you all, but do not stop there. We're still awaiting more and more, and you know what we have for you? Wait and see it. I'll be right back shortly, inshallah. Sit back and relax.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والنجم إذا هوى ما ضل صاحبكم وما غوى وما ينطق عن الهوى إن هو إلا وحي يوحى علمه شديد القوى ذو مرة فاستوى وهو بالأفق الأعلى ثم دنا فتدلى فكان قاب قوسين أو أدنى فأوحى إلى عبده ما أوحى ما كذب الفؤاد ما رأى أفتمارونه على ما يرى ولقد رآه نزلة أخرى عند سدرة المنتهى عندها جنة المأوى إذ يغشى السدرة ما يغشى ما زاغ البصر وما طغى لقد رأى من آيات ربه الكبرى أفرأيتم اللات والعزى ومناة الثالثة الأخرى ألكم الذكر وله الأنثى تلك إذا قسمة ضيزى إن هي إلا أسماء سميتموها أنتم وآباؤكم ما أنزل الله بها من سلطان إن يتبعون إلا الظن وما تهوى الأنفس ولقد جاءهم من ربهم الهدى أم للإنسان ما تمنى فلله الآخرة والأولى وكم من ملك في السماوات لا تغني شفاعتهم شيئا إلا من بعد أن يأذن الله لمن يشاء ويرضى صدق الله العظيم.
My name is Abdulaziz Jibril Salahuddin. I'm the General Manager of Signature Global Real Estate, and I also serve as the Group CFO of Standard Group Holdings. Signature Global Real Estate were part of a 4-decade-old group of companies. We're a real estate brokerage firm. We have our operational office here in Nigeria, and we also have our head office in Dubai. Our mission is to support Nigerian investors and also African investors as a whole to make an informed decision in making real estate investments.
Standard Insurance Consultant Limited is a leading insurance brokerage firm in Nigeria. The company plays a leading role in Nigeria's insurance ecosystem by providing expert advice and tailored insurance solutions to individual businesses and organizations.
So as a whole, for us, the idea is to just continue to assist Nigerians and Africans to make good decisions when they are making their real estate investments right across the globe.
Kafin fitowar rana na farka don baiwa iyali na ingantaccen ƙarin kumallo da suke bukata domin tunkara wannan rana mai cike da ayyuka.
Mami yau zan yi samun babban kofin Milo. Ni mama.
Wannan ya wuce ƙarin kumallo, lokaci ne na musamman na iyalinmu.
To fa, anya akwai sauran Milo da baba zai samu.
Muna murna da zagayowar watan Ramadan tare da sinadarin da ke cikin Milo.
So yau me nake da shi muku? Ina da kaleci, amma yau wanda za mu yi a nan ba irin wanda ake yin shi arewa ba. Me ya bambancin shi? Saboda arewa rana ake gasawa da shi, kuma mu nan ba rana za mu gasa da shi ba, za mu gasa ne da oven dinmu. To kayan hadawa ina da citta na a nan, to ga atan suya kuma, sai kuma ga ata, busheshen ata, sai na da kanafuru na a nan, kuma ga garlic, ga kayan dadi, sai kuma ga gishirinmu a nan wanda za mu hada da shi. To kafin a yi kilishi ana so ne ki sai nama, jan nama wanda ba shi da mai a jikin shi. Za mu samu gishiri dan kadan, na tun wanke hannu na shi sa hannu na yayi kyau. Za mu samu gishiri dan kadan mu shafa a jikinsu, mu sa a jikinsu baya da gaba duka. Sai mu jera shi a kai. Madalla. To yanzu za mu sa nama mu a ciki. Ovo dinmu za mu bar shi ne. To yanzu za mu zo mu nika citanmu da garlic dinmu. za mu nika atanmu. Za mu tace citanmu sai mu hada atanmu. Ki yi kokari ki matse saboda ruwan citan nan ya fito sosai kafin ki zub da abincin. Ki zo da bawon. Na yi yaka kokarin da zan yi. To yanzu ga ruwan citanmu a nan. Za mu hada atanmu a ciki. Atanmu da kanafurmu. Sai mu dama. Kafin mu sa abinci daɗi ciki. Shi ma mu zo mu dama. Mu sa gishirinmu kuma dan kadan ba da yawa ba ciki. Mu dama shi da kyau. Sai mu zo mu sa yajin suya a cikinta. Shi ma mu dama ta da kyau. In kin ga yaji suyan bai yi miki ba za ki iya ki kara dan kadan. Don kowa da yanda yake so kilicin shi ya zama. Ina ganin nawa ya isa. Zan aje shi a wani gefen. To yanzu zan duba nama na ko ya bushe mu hada atanmu. Yawwa. Yanda muke so shi ke ga kafin mu hada atanmu. Madalla. Mun gama kenan na farko. Za mu sa naman mu. Za mu mai da naman mu. Mu bar shi zuwa 15 minutes mu dawo mu duba yanda zai fito. Yanzu kalacin mu na fata ya nuna. Za mu cire shi. Mu ga yanda yake. Madalla. Gashi na kalacin mu yayi kyau. Za mu cire shi. Mu hahada. So gashi nan kalacin mu yayi kyau mun fidda shi ga yanda ya zama kamar mun je mun sai kalacin a kasuwa. Yanda yayi kyau. Yanda yake ga zamu yi mu ci komai da shi, zamu yi mu sha zobo da shi, zamu yi mu sha madara da shi ko mu sha kunu da shi. Duk abin da muke so mu sha da shi duka mu sha da shi. Zamu yi mu ci wanga a sahur ko kuma iftar. Babu abin da zai hana mu ci da shi mu samu wani madara mu sha mu yi. Ki gwada da iyali ki dauki hotuna ki tag din mu a social media handles din mu Ames Media Company Limited. Sannan na ce muku Ramadan Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Kafin fitowar rana na farka don baiwa iyali na ingantaccen karin kumallo da suke bukata domin tunkara wannan rana mai cike da ayyuka.
Mami yau zan iya samun babban kofin milo. Ni mama.
Wannan ya wuce karin kumallo lokaci ne na musamman na iyalinmu.
To fa, anya akwai sauran milo da baba zai samu.
Muna murna da zagayowar watan Ramadan tare da sinadarin da ke cikin milo.
Allah commanded Angel Jibril from high heavens, go into that fire and ensure that before Ibrahim lands into the fire, you are there already. The Quran says, Kul ya naru kuni baridan wa salamu ala Ibrahim. We commanded fire, that fire, even though you've been given the power to burn, be so cool and peaceful and as a mercy to Ibrahim. So they throw him into the fire, and instead of burning, Ibrahim was smiling in the fire. He was smiling in the fire, and he was saved. But there was a prayer, he said. That prayer is a prayer that every Muslim should say when we are in danger. That prayer is recorded in the Quran. And that prayer is Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Can we say it again? Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. What does it mean? Hasbunallah means I rely solely on Allah. Wa ni'mal wakil is the best, the best of somebody that one can rely on. That was what Ibrahim was chanting. That Allah came to his rescue and asked Angel Jibril to provide a safe haven for him even in the fire. And the fire burned for days, and Ibrahim was there, not touched at all. And the power to burn was taken away from fire. And his people became so disappointed, they became so frustrated. And at the point, the fire quenched, came down, and Ibrahim walked away from his people to another new land. And that was how God disgraced the idol worshippers, saved Ibrahim, and provided for him another life outside the environment of the evildoers and the idol worshippers. And that is the nature of Allah. Allah will always disgrace the unbelievers, will always save the Muslims, and will always provide another life for them after saving them from dangers. Do we have lessons that you have learned from this story? Yes. Tell me, you have learned 1 or 2 lessons from my girls. Tell me, what are the lessons you have learned? Are there lessons to be learned? You know one. Yeah, tell us.
It is good to rely on Allah.
Wonderful. It is good to rely on Allah. And if you rely on Allah, Allah will always be there to assist you and, help you. Any other lesson? Oh yeah, tell us.
Always worship Allah.
Always worship. Do not join others in worshiping idols. It's important, particularly children. Children and young people should not join the adults in the worship of idols. Any other lesson? Yes, tell us.
In any situation we should always remember Allah.
In any situation, particularly when we are in trouble, we must always remember Allah. Allah is the only friend that we can call upon when we are in danger, in trouble. Whenever we are in danger, in trouble, we must call on Allah. And if you call on Him, He will answer us, just as He answered Ibrahim. On that note, we are coming to the end of this program today. The story of Ibrahim has not ended. We still have to look at his family and what happened, how he managed his family, and how he lived a life of righteousness, of simplicity, and of sacrifice to Allah. All this we'll look at in our next episode of this program. On that note, let me thank my students who have joined us on this program. Jazakumullah khairan. And we'll be with you again the next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Kafin fitowar rana na farka don baiwa iyali na ingantaccen ƙarin kumallo da suke bukata domin tunkara wannan rana mai cike da ayyuka.
Mami, yau zan iya samun babban kofin milo. Ni mama.
Wannan ya wuce ƙarin kumallo, lokaci ne na musamman na iyalinmu.
To fa, anya akwai sauran milo da baba zai samu.
Muna murna da zagayowar watan Ramadan tare da sinadarin da ke cikin milo.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Rashida Adetunwoke Olaniyan. Today we will be talking about relationship. That's the 4 anchor relationships for youths. What is relationship? How do you relate with people? What is the foundation of your relationship? That's what we're talking about today. First of all, relationship with Allah. If you look outside today, a lot of youths are confused. Not because you don't have a direction, but because they lack the direction. Not because you don't have the opportunity, but they misuse the opportunity. But of course, if they are able to handle their 4 anchor relationships very well, they will be able to have a better relationship and a better direction for themselves in life. First of all, relationship with Allah. There's no how you're going to deal with others. Deal with yourself without knowing Allah. You need to know Allah first. Because Allah gives direction for everything. Islam encompasses everything that you need to know. It is a way of life. And even Allah has said it. If you don't know me, how do you want to worship me? Which aspect do you need to know about Allah? Number one, your salat. Your salat gives you this emotional connection with Allah. There's this thing that comes to you when you stand up and say you want to pray. Why do you think when it's time for salat and you don't stand up to pray, you feel it, there's this guilty conscience that comes within you, that it's time for salat and you have not stood up to pray. That means there's an internal, emotional connection between yourself and Allah, between ourselves and Allah. Another one is the dua. I want you to understand that dua and askar are two different things. You askar, normal. After salat, you are going out. All these things are your askar. But the dua is when you sit down to talk to Allah. Tell Allah your mind, what comes to your mind. Ask Allah whatever you want. Now look at it directly. See yourself talking to your parents. How do you feel? Now imagine yourself talking to Almighty Allah. Asking Allah for things. How do you feel? If you're able to do this, you realize that your relationship with Allah is going to be stronger. Now let's move to relationship with yourself. Some people would say go to the parent first. No, it is yourself. If you don't understand yourself, if you don't have the identity, if you don't have the confidence, how do you relate to your parents? You need to know yourself. You need to know who you are. You need to understand your own identity, your personality, before you can deal with others. Yes, your parents brought you to life. Allah gave you to them. They need to give you direction. But if you don't know yourself, there's no how you can relate to your parents properly. Now let's go to the parents. Our parents, they are the anchor, the main anchor of bringing us to this world. Respect, obedience. Our parents know they are going to account for us. At the same time, we are also going to account to Almighty Allah on the way we are able to handle our parents, the way we are able to relate with them. Are you the kind of child that when your parents talks to you, you don't look down on them? Are you the kind of one that when your parents talk to you, you see them as, your parent is so much. Why are you doing this to me? I don't need to listen to you. You have forgotten that without your parents, you can never be in this world. You can't jump from up to down. You came from somewhere. Whatever that you do, you are not doing it for yourself alone. You are doing it for children that are coming behind you. If you respect your parents now, if you obey them now, you are learning. At the same time, you are finding a way to also teach the children that are coming behind you. If you are able to relate with Almighty Allah properly, relate with yourself, relate with your parents, definitely relate with your peers is going to be much easier for you. And of course, you won't go to society being confused. At the same time, you will be going there with much confidence and not confusion. Thank you very much for this episode. I'm Rashida Aditon Okeolanio.
يا مصطفى يا مصطفى يا مصطفى يا مصطفى يا مصطفى يا مصطفى اللهم صل على المصطفى اللهم صل على المصطفى مصطفى 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 our beloved, truly you are most just and kind. You're our prophet.
Welcome back. You know, I told you this is your most sought after Ramadan show, Pathway to Jannah, and of course you get to see that from our viewers that you see sending in their pictures featuring their favorite segments of our show. And beyond that, we have in the studio another guest, a winner to take home a variety of gifts courtesy all our partners. We welcome on set. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ajia, what is your name?
Aminat.
Ajia Aminat, you're welcome on set today. Thank you for coming. So how long have you been watching Pathway to Jannah?
Since last year.
Mashallah. That's good to hear. Now you've heard that, do ensure to follow us on all our social media handles and ensure to stay tuned. I'll be right back shortly. Welcome back from the break, and I am sure that you have seen one of our winners when she took home her gift and how she has explained the things that she has been gaining and she has been enjoying our program. I need you to also do that by taking your picture with you and your family watching our show, this program, Pathway to Jannah. Please, the light Allah, I'll be here tomorrow with you. But before I leave, I want to leave you with these words. Ensure to keep clean and keep sane. During this holy month of Ramadan, these are very important because you need a sound mind to be able to practice the deen. And Pathway to Jannah is one sure show to ensure that you do just that. So, join me tomorrow, inshallah. I'll see you, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.